Welcome back to Tuesday Night Lights, everybody. It's time for the nightcap of TNL1. We've got San Diego State taking on UT Arlington, our furthest west match of the evening. But I'm bringing in CCS Commissioner himself, Nation, to cast this final series with me. Nation, how you doing?
Doing great, man. It's going to be a fun game. I mean, both these teams are, conference champions coming off season 4 of the Collegiate Conference Series, and I think they're due for a little deeper run this spring, hopefully, as I know Aquino and that crew wants to go further. We saw UTA also, you mentioned earlier, bowed out in round 1 to Louisiana, so both these teams feel like have a lot to play for tonight.
They definitely do. I mean, at one point on the west side of CRL, these were two teams that you're used to seeing in Collegiate Rocket League in the top 16, but not so much these days. It's been down semesters for both teams, I think, and with a pickup of AZAP for San Diego State, I think a lot of people expected even bigger things from them in the fall, and unfortunately they didn't deliver, Nation, but tonight it's a clean slate for everybody. The spring semester is your chance to right the wrongs of the fall.
That it is. Random Shy coming in as a new player for the Mavericks and UT Arlington 2 this semester, so we'll see how those roster additions change the way these teams play. We saw AZAP a little bit last season, but I'm looking for more of him. I mean, he's coming in as a superstar. He's supposed to elevate this roster. I haven't quite gotten it out of him yet so far as watching this Aztec team play for now a semester, but I think this could be a close game. But as you mentioned earlier, the Aztecs heavy favorites coming in, but UT Arlington can ball, so we'll see what happens.
Definitely can. I played in summer series this past summer, so no strangers to playing quality Rocket League. And Random Shy technically is the newest addition, but is that newest addition on the SDSU side in a bit of a battle with the almost entire UT Arlington roster, and it results in more possession for UT Arlington, so losing out right there. But that is a pure own goal that Caribou cannot keep out, and that's how we're starting this series off. All right.
Almost got there too. I mean, he was dang near close to getting that save on the goal line, but couldn't quite find the save. And 5 stars in Aquino play APAC or LCS, and me and Jordis have covered their run this season, and it's interesting. And it's fun watching them play on 120 ping and trying their best to go as far as they can. But I've gotten to watch Aquino and 5 stars play a ton, and they're a fun little crew.
They definitely are. I didn't realize. I mean, you told me it was Aquino's roster. I didn't realize 5 stars was playing with them. That's actually hilarious. And I guess it makes sense. I mean, being in San Diego, your ping's not terrible going to APAC, but man, all right. I wish them the best of luck there. No, their first regional, I suppose, was this past weekend. But either way, back to Collegiate, back on U.S. Central servers where their ping is a bit more favorable.
Your mic is lagging really hard, so it's hard to tell when you're cutting in and out. But I think we're almost halfway through game 1, and I think again it's just a 1-0 margin currently for San Diego State. But what do you see early that you don't like at UT Arlington that could be changed to help this team be more efficient in the second half?
I mean, own goals I think is a good start. They're having a tough time not scoring on their own net, but slowly they're losing the possession game, and they started game 1 out by spending a lot of time on the San Diego State end, and that always helps you out. Less defense means fewer opportunities for your opponent to score on you, and they're losing that. But hey, response is found. Caribou and Nava will combine for an equalizer, and I like seeing that if we're looking at the opposite side of the coin.
And Aquino had full boost there and just makes a bad touch. It gives up possession back to the Mavericks, and they turn it home for 1. We're tying at 1-all at 2:46 to go into game 1, and now San Diego State, can they respond to the goal of their own?
Tough time doing that from your own corner. 5 stars, 100 boost though. Just conserve it nicely, and needed to jump over AZAP, who collected and was in the path of 5 stars, who still really can't make a play on the ball, as UT Arlington are taking a lead. 2-1. Random Shy makes up for the previous own goal.
A 2-0 run for UT Arlington sets up Random Shy on a second. That one really should have been saved too, MrBepic. And now just past the halfway mark of game 1, San Diego State trailing 1. As the Mavericks have woken up offensively, now the defense of San Diego State's got to kind of lock back in, as they were good the first minute and a half, but things have fallen south a little bit for the Aztec defense.
Good response off kickoff. I mean, playing good defense by playing a whole lot of offense. And It results in a couple of challenges, but now it's back to the goal line for San Diego State. Caribou just sweeping the line, and Nava waits to see what Aquino's got for him. And it's a monstrous flick deep into UT Arlington territory. And AZAP will try and keep possession for SDSU. Actually does phenomenally there. A couple of great challenges, and he's getting 2v1 there, and still comes out of the scrum with a pass mid. 5 stars will be able to shoot, neither will Aquino, but AZAP showing some of his solo play prowess.
What you need out of your superstars, AZAP, really, a key piece of the offense for San Diego State. So if he can get involved down the stretch here, they should be A-okay moving forward. But they've struggled to limit UT Arlington's opportunities. They spent a lot of time on the Aztec side. Bepic, and nothing there comes the way. Rebound will not go. The goal line will hold.
Oh my word! UT Arlington. That's not standard defense by any stretch, but they played it impressively right there and survived a bullet headed their way. San Diego State should be feeling hard done by not scoring a second goal and tying us up here with about a minute left to play. But they will still press for a tie ball game, though. I was trying to take away possession. Caribou nothing in the tank will be hunted down by Aquino. A zap goes to the goal line of UTA, but again, nothing is found.
45 to go on the clock here. Now it's kind of the garbage time of the game where San Diego State needs to come alive, but UT Arlington might have found the game-winning goal there. 44 seconds to lead out to 2.
I don't know how this happened. Aquino creeps out and just has a shot placed right on his dome. I guess he just forgot where he was on the field. It was supposed to cover the near side, and that was where the opening was for UT Arlington. So 3-1. They have recovered nicely from giving up the opening goal in own-goaling fashion, and that's the man right there that own goal, who has 2 goals here at the final buzzer almost.
That last goal wasn't game-sealing. This one has to be the dagger bet.
Oh, yeah.
40 seconds, a 4-0 run for UT Arlington.
Well, there's still time, I suppose, for San Diego State to capitalize on one of their opportunities, but they've struggled despite getting pretty good possession and pretty good chances in offense. SDSU have only been given goals so far in this game. That one own goal that I keep referencing, and still now, Aquino with a nice far side shot will mean SDSU isn't lying over here at the end of game 1, and I'm here for that. Let's see what they can do.
And ASAP does dirty work there, finds the bump on the goalie there to set up the open corner. But 27 seconds, it's enough time for 2. They got about 20-ish seconds to score, I'd say.
Kick up doesn't go their way, though. Random Shy playing the 50 now, and that's more than enough. More boost expected in his tank, I suppose, here by Aquino. Doesn't get the read, and that's 5 for UTA. Now I think this game is over.
Yeah, the late little sign of life there's right back to completely diminished. 23 seconds left. This should be all but over. UT Arlington will win game 1.
Hey, well, we didn't get the chance to talk about kind of our expectations for this series, Nation. We talked about how these are both squads trying to move up from a decent fall semester, but coming into this, I really did favor San Diego State over UTA, and I mean, so far, the complete opposite seems to have transpired.
I mean, I said, before this game started that SDSU would cover a 3-game spread, but that does not look too good right now. It's 1-0 already.
They just didn't look potent offensively. We're decent at keeping control of possession, especially in the second half of that game, but when it came to finishing opportunities off, I mean, you got some CRL fall contender badges being rocked by 5 stars in Aquino, and they are not living up to those glowing gold tags so far.
CRL's changed drastically.
It's true.
In the last year and a half, and, again, both these squads would be CRL level no matter what happens. They're both really, really good if it was still East and West split, but now it's not. But if it was still East-West split, these teams would be at the top.
Well, still fighting on a show match. It shows you the passion that both these squads have for the game and have for competing and how they want to improve for this spring semester. And early goings here favor UT Arlington, but plenty of time. Best of 7 show match, and that's a way to get things going. Aquino winning a couple of challenges to maybe flip the field for his team, and now there he is downfield, passing to AZAP, but Nava's back in time.
Beautiful look there, though, early out of San Diego State, and I like what we're seeing offensively early out the gates here for the Aztec offense, but it's got to be more efficient. We saw the great look, but Aquino's got to be able to connect that pass and find AZAP in front space to make the shot, happen and be a goal, but the pass just wasn't there on the right timing. And they're going to get that cleaned up as semester goes on, but that's a goal you got to make come through.
I hope that there isn't too much to be cleaned up for both these sides. I mean, they've got a lot of experience playing with each other. This is the full fall semester SDSU lineup, and this trio of UT Arlington's been together for a while, but AZAP, there you go. He's the star player on SDSU you want to get going. It's 1-0.
That's a 5-star pass into a 5-star goal for AZAP there. 4:05 left in the game 2. The Aztecs strike first.
Big time link up, and finally, I mean, it took SDSU almost 4+ minutes to get their offense converting on chances at the end of game 1, and here, within the first minute, they're able to keep that going, and that's momentum for you in Rocket League, and good teams are able to rekindle lost momentum at a moment's notice, and SDSU seem to have done so, and it's UT Arlington's turn to see if they can grab some wind behind their sails.
5-stars just completely botched that open net off the kickoff. It could have been easily 2-0 right now, but the offense still deep in UT Arlington territory. MrBepic is 3.5 remains on the clock here. UTA looking for yet another late surge after allowing the first goal now back-to-back games. But the first 90 seconds look great for San Diego State.
Good read as well there out of AZAP. Recognized that was a passing play for UT Arlington and intervened with it before it got too dangerous. And so far through game 2, there really haven't been any good-looking chances for UTA, and this might be their first. Random shy off the backboard is denied entry into the back of the net by 5-stars there defensively, and now Nava's just missed. UTA look a little bit more awkward here in game 2.
3 minutes left on the clock here. Still a 1-0 lead. This might be 1-1. The save will come through, and a huge one for Aquino keeps this game out to a 1-goal margin.
Now trying to clear, but Nava again looking far side. AZAP this time grabs a block, beats Caribou down the side, but Random Shy has won that ball, gives Caribou a chance on it. Oh, he will be stopped by the SDSU defense. Much improved this game, and that's a huge dunk. Better save, though. Random Shy flicks it over the UT Arlington defense.
And a beautiful defensive stance there, right to a good offensive opportunity, but UT Arlington will hold it off for now. Halftime of game 2. It's still 1-0, MrBepic, because both these teams really starting to find their rhythm, and this has been a really, really tight game.
Skim shot there, goes off target. Zap up the side wall is denied by Nava. This is a chess match now. It was a high-flying 7-goal affair in game 1, but 1 goal in the first 3 minutes and change here of game 2. I think that's a sign of both these teams developing as rosters, developing as opponents, being able to recognize what each other are trying to do, get in the way of offensive chances, and defensively, really put on a great showcase, but it's tough to play defense when you've lost car privileges. 5-star learned. That's the opener for UTA.
UT Arlington will clear the net there for a wide open net for Random Shy. 1-1 on just a little over 100 ticks left, and all of a sudden we get a tie game in the last couple of moments here.
See how SDSU responds now, because they've had control of this game for the most part, but this is a surge from UT Arlington, and it looks like it will continue. Out of the corner, AZAP tested, but it's a great read to give Aquino a chance on the ball, but no contact made, so Random Shy is afforded a shot. UT Arlington keep possession in their name.
1:20 to go, and maybe this SDSU offense sees another 5-star rated goal opportunity here to come their way, but minute 15 left. MrBepic, I mean, it's much better game than game 1. I mean, we saw a blowout early, and now it feels like San Diego State's right back in it with UT Arlington, but again, the offense looks great for the Mavericks. They've really, seen their opportunities come and go, but they've had a lot more success, I feel like, in the pay into the goal as compared to SDSU's offense. It's had several opportunities, but they just can't find the shot.
So far, I definitely agree, though. Both sides are playing phenomenal defense. I can't fault either one for missing on offensive chances in game 2 here. As on the goal line, it's taken demos so far to find goals. Demos and bumps at the very least, with 40 seconds left. I'd expect nothing less as 5-stars runs ahead to clear a lane for AZAP, but Caribou recovers from being harassed there on his goal line, and doesn't get UT Arlington out of defense, but prevents what could have been a late go-ahead.
That's a bad miss there by AZAP. Gives possession back to UT Arlington. A little bit of a out of the ordinary for the superstar for San Diego State. But 15 seconds to go. Overtime starting to loom here in game 2, unless it's a last-second buzzer beater.
Aquino, big opportunity, stopped by Nava. will be granted one of his own on 0 seconds. Has 5 stars to beat first, gets through him, and Pogo's the ball to keep it up. Oh, that might favor SDSU if Caribou's not careful. UT Arlington actually flipped the field right back, and AZAP will return serve. No one's got full control of this 0 seconds play until now. UTA send a ball deep, but AZAP just lets it drop. Overtime in game 2.
What a rally there on 0 seconds for a little bit, as SDSU almost saw themselves a quick 2-on-1, but nothing there will come. We're overtime into game 2, the first overtime of the night so far.
Well, what's that ball be but a double commit of SDSU, but uncharacteristic. Set there off of the overtime kickoff, but it's all right. Aquino needs them some time to recover. Caribou, 50 boost in hand, will contest AZAP first, but AZAP wins that exchange. Caribou couldn't keep the ball close enough to take a good 50-50 like Random Shy could right there. So SDSU, good layer defense at the moment, and it's just challenge simulator here in the first go-ahead of overtime.
38 seconds so far into the extra period, and both teams one opportunity so far as Aquino left alone here. Big clear downfield, sets up a quick 2-on-1 for the Aztec offense, and no one there to find a passing opportunity. Now UT Arlington quick to clear the field again.
5 stars. Has that ball stripped from him. Caribou's there. San Diego State, they're getting chipped away at, it feels like at the moment. They're doing a good job realizing space to clear their defensive end, but eventually UT Arlington's going to find a couple of consecutive challenge wins, or a bumped a couple with that, and that'll be the end of game 2, as San Diego State have lost their ability to keep possession on that UTA side, and they need to regain it if they want to win OT without having a heart attack in the process. But there you go, couple of bumps land, and Nava's more than happy to put that shot on target.
Bumps and demos been a key factor to success in game 2 and really game 1 as well for UT Arlington. It's a 2-0 lead for the Mavericks. We head on to game 3.
And now 2 consecutive series for UT Arlington. I mean, that neither one has been pretty so far. They really have to scrap to earn goals against SDSU's defense, but my word, Nation, the Mavericks, they were coming in as underdogs here. I think you and I both favored SDSU, but a 2-0 series lead. What's going on?
It starts with UT Arlington's offense. They're seeing bumps and demos. They're efficient in the paint. I mean, it's about all you can ask for the UT Arlington offense. I think the SSU defense just isn't quite to caliber as to where it should be. With a good UT Arlington team, I think they got to find themselves limiting opportunities more. They're getting pressed in the midfield quite well, and I think UT Arlington spends a lot more time on the blue half than what we see SCSU spend on the orange half. So I think if you could change the time of possession, maybe flip the script a little bit on the offense, maybe they see themselves some more success down the stretch. But again, it's still a long series ahead of them.
All right, away we go into game 3, and shout out Immaculate Queso for the 1-bit cheered in chat. Attaboy Grandpa Nava, he says, or she says, I'm not sure, but that's pretty funny. Grandpa Nava coming up big at the end of game 2. 20 seconds into game 3, though. No goals on either side, but continuing to go back and forth, and I am all here for that, even though the series is in control of UT Arlington Nation. SDSU's put up a good fight so far.
They have, and maybe a look there, but SDSU now, I mean, they've struck first both times so far tonight, so they've got that going for them. Again, the first goal is now 0-for-2 in a win, so they're going to be able to change that script if they strike first.
That's a good boost leave. Aquino allowed 5 stars to grab 100, so it'll be a full-strength counterattack for San Diego State. And here's 5 stars grabbing the midfield 100 for good measure. A lot of overfill right there, and that ball is popped way up into the skies by UT Arlington's defense. SDSU can't capitalize on it. UTA clear.
First minute off the clock. Caribou down in front, 1-on-1, goes high, gets bumped, no one home to score, but a horrible defensive touch here sets it up for Caribou. That will be the first of the game, number 3, 1:14 gone. The Mavericks on the board first.
Just not a good touch right there. I'm not sure who that was defensively for SDSU, but that was a gift for Caribou. I don't know if it's his birthday or not, but SDSU thought it was. 1-0 UTA.
It's just a touch that can't happen in a series like this where UT Arlington's already got majority control. You can't give them an easy one, and they take complete advantage of it as well. Now a quick 1-0 lead, but again, the first goal is 0-for-2, so maybe San Diego State's got a late surge coming up.
Let's hope, for the sake of longevity in this set. I mean, I thought it would be close. I thought this could be another consecutive game 6 or 7 type of series, but so far, the Aztecs have been kind of a step behind UT Arlington at times, who haven't looked dominant, but the scoreboard reflects otherwise. And a lead here that's nearly taken away a couple of times, and again, San Diego State just cannot capitalize on offensive tries.
Hitting the reverse posts there, both sides of the goal line, and couldn't strike for a first. 3 minutes to go in the game 3. UT Arlington chasing a 3-0 lead if they can hold on to a 1-0 or bigger margin. But again, Bepic, I mean, what's gone wrong through the first 12 and a half minutes here of this series for San Diego State?
I mean, for SDSU, the games are close, and they've got a good offense everywhere on the field except for that, like the final 10% of the pitch. Their finishing is not there at the moment, and it's been off-target shots. It's been great saves from UT Arlington sometimes as well, but San Diego State have to find a way to place the ball better, generate better passes, solo plays, whatever it takes to break down UT Arlington. And if they can't do that, their defense is doing a decent job of keeping these games close, but UT Arlington are going to find a way through if SDSU isn't coming to play offensively.
There are multiple instances last game where UT Arlington's defense was completely dusted and San Diego State just completely tore away the opportunity. They saw themselves in an open look from either the corner or from midfield. They just can't quite connect in the finish like we talked about. So if they can clean that up, you know, maybe we see a reverse sweep attempt for San Diego State. That's the second one. 1:53 to go. The Mavericks out to a 2-0 lead.
And you're saying reverse sweep attempt like you're assuming this game's already over. I mean, UT Arlington only up by 2 here. SDSU's had possession with 2 minutes left. There was room for a comeback, but it is certainly looking UT Arlington sided at the moment.
Yeah, I guess I just more so meant it is right now control is heavily favoring UTA, and things haven't been going the way of SDSU. If things hold, and then obviously it would have to be a reverse sweep attempt, but against 100 seconds is plenty of time for 2, but we haven't even seen 2 goals in 1 game for SDSU, at least without extra time being on the clock.
That's a good point. I mean, 90 seconds left. San Diego State's got to reach another level, and in not a whole lot of time. But random shots just missed. The 5 stars was up, respecting that, and actually finds an open net. Is the bounce favorable? I don't know, but he made it favorable. Pinches it off the near side post, and will score 1 for San Diego State.
I was about to say, if he missed that, game over.
Yeah.
1:17 to go. They're back within 1. 77 seconds, Bepic, is plenty of time now for the last one.
That is a big step up for 5 stars. And all right, San Diego State, big chance to make this a series here. And it's a good start. Missile of a shot towards Nava, but he finds the save and transitions quickly into offense for the Mavericks. Random shot, no extra contact. Caribou's given room. He puts it over Aquino. Looks for Azap on the goal line. UTA want a third here.
55 to go in the clock. The final minute commencing here. Bepic is SCSU trying for a late run to equalize game 3 as UT Arlington looking for a 3-0 lead going into game 4. If this one will hold for just a little while longer, ASAP and crew really just looking for one last-ditch effort attempt here.
30 seconds. Nava's just want a 50-50. That'll waste clock for the Aztecs. ASAP doesn't have boost to keep control, but Caribou's just whiffed. UT Arlington getting a case of the whifties on, at least in the offensive zone. It's not happening in defense just yet, but gotta be careful because San Diego State can capitalize on misses. 15 seconds left. It may not cost the Mavericks much. Azap, 100 boost in hand. Musty to kick things off. This is a solo play for him. We know how good he is there, and he scores with 6 seconds left. Azap showing us why he's a ones main.
The Musty into a singular touch into a demo sets up the game-tying goal. 6 seconds left. What a play, my goodness.
I mean, come on. UTA, you know there's one guy on the field you cannot give an opportunity to solo play. And it's Azap, and he was just given so much room off the side wall, but Caribou just dodged the ground by an inch and has just taken game 3 right back.
My goodness, what a response from Caribou off the post and good for a third on the buzzer. UT Arlington 3-0 over San Diego State. Now Bepic, a reverse sweep attempt will have to be gold for the Aztecs to win.
I mean, what a conclusion. Azap, out of nowhere, finally gets room to make magic happen in the air, and then Caribou negates it. Not exactly known for his professional ones play, but my word, Caribou just called game with that opportunity. I cannot believe UTA won that on 0 seconds.
I can't believe they gave AZAP free space and SDSU backed off and gave Caribou free space.
Yeah. Wow. All right.
Don't give these players space, man.
That's a lesson learned, I think, for both sides. Though I think the Mavericks are a bit happier to learn that lesson alongside their counterparts on the opposite side of the field. And moving to Game 4, San Diego State Nation have to reverse sweep.
Well, what better way to close the night with a reverse sweep? I think, how does that sound?
I'm here for it. I mean, we've had 2 Game 7s tonight. A Game 6 as well that could have easily gone to Game 7. And now a reverse sweep to send us the distance on Champions Field. I am completely here for it. It's up to SDSU, though.
I've watched this team do it once on Tennessee, so why not a second time here on UC Arlington?
Flip reset won't find its way through anybody that time around. Caribou used the ball as flip reset magic on 0 seconds in Game 3, but it's all right. Just fight for possession at the moment. No one with full control. But Caribou, center ball, will allow AZAP a collection, a flip reset. Is he feeling himself now? Not enough to get through random, Shy. AZAP, again, was given room to work with. UTA, be careful, guys.
You know, honestly, for me, AZAP and 5 stars have done their part. They played their part well, but Aquino needs to step up. I feel like he's the missing piece that we haven't got enough of tonight, which really could elevate the Aztec offense, even the defense as well. It's given up a couple of lackluster, missed opportunities that gave UTA free goals down the stretch. We saw that free gift last game, too, that ended up being the difference.
See if he can have that step-up game. Aquino, captain of this team. That's a clearance, at the very least, doing the dirty work well for San Diego State. Give them a chance in the offensive zone. 5 stars follows it up nicely, and AZAP, its third man, will be forced to back off because Nava read where the ball was going a bit sooner than the man in the Centio on SDSU's side did. So 0-0 will remain, but really still no control on either side. We've been seeing a limited game offensively for both teams.
First goal now, 2 for 3 as UCA finally broke that curse last game and they struck first and held on the lead the whole 5 minutes. So great Game 3 for the Mavericks, and now Game 4. Can they close it out? Maybe you think they're going to sweep, or is this going to at least see a Game 5?
I don't think they should sweep. I think SDSU has done too well in this best of 7 to lose 0-4, but at this point, you got to play complete games if you're San Diego State to beat teams like UT Arlington, and then they haven't played a complete game just yet. I mean, even there, they played a complete 5 minutes in Game 3, and then it was the final couple seconds of regulation that killed them. So, final 2.5 minutes, they need to step up. Again, there's just another level that the Aztecs have to reach to beat UT Arlington here, and they haven't showed the ability to find that level just yet.
Right, 2-minute warning here in Game 4. Could be the last 2 minutes of this series if San Diego State cannot get it together. But right now, UT Arlington really finding the rhythm down the stretch here, and that one almost saw an opportunity come to the Mavericks. And right now, Bepic, 2 minutes left. What do you do for SDSU if something goes wrong?
I mean, if something goes wrong, you just trust yourselves, keep trying to set up plays, because eventually you feel like stuff's going to connect. I mean, right here, 5 stars, keeping decent control, throwing off the UT Arlington defense, but SDSU's playing pretty far back, not getting aggressive at all. And, it's a matter of comfort if SDSU want to get more aggressive in offense, but I think that could work, as UT Arlington have been prone to defensive mistakes so far in this series, and if you want to send a second man way up there in the face of the Mavericks, maybe you can steal a goal late.
At this point in the series, is it time for SDSU to just go full send the house and hope that they find themselves a great opportunity, or is it not too late to take that risk yet?
I mean, if you mean send the house and send all 3 players up front, I don't think they have to send all 3. I think 2 would be fine. They've got enough third man skill to buy time or continue a play if need be, but I think they have to get a bit more aggressive. But hey, they're playing good defense right now. They just want to wait this game out and see if they get a chance like that. Aquino moving upfield was afforded a shot, but no goal. Random Shy finds a save.
It's been the best defensive game we've seen too. There's no weird shots on target that happen to be saved. It's just kind of been good midfield pressure on both sides, and both defenses have adjusted properly, and it's still a 0-0 game almost 5 minutes through.
Ooh, okay, Nava try to change that fact, but by most entertainment metrics, this has been a very boring game for them. A whole lot of chances, and they're just simple, wait your defense out, put a shot on target, it's saved, all right, we move on to play some defense. But overtime is looming, and that can change things, but gotta get through 0 seconds first, learn that lesson in game 3. Looks like I thought we had. Aquino, though, keeps the ball up, and AZAP is alone in defense. The whole empty tank and is Sentio. The ball will stay up in the corner. 5 stars contested by Random Shy. AZAP will keep the ball up, and Nation, we got overtime.
That we do. We got it. We almost didn't have it there. AZAP almost got Bernie on no boots, but he made that full complete challenge and gave up possession. We see overtime again for a second time in this series, where Arlington won it back in game 2. Maybe they complete the overtime perfecta here, but that was almost scary for the SDSU defense.
5 stars recovered that beautifully, though. Jumped over the first challenger and then 50 the second to make sure there was no immediate counterattack for UT Arlington. So, well done. Here he is again on the ball. 100 boost, dodging Nava as well. Prevented the immediate control, but did allow 5 stars a pass to Aquino, who's looking for the game win, but saved again by Random Shy. That's his 4th of this game.
That's what I'm talking about. Aquino's got to go big. That was his moment to shine for the SDSU offense, and he didn't quite see himself be successful there on the one-on-one, but still a lot of clock opportunities to play for here for the SDSU. You got pressure, but you got to continue to build it. That's what see there, Caribou, a big save to keep it going.
He's got no boost, though, and is going to be very slow to recover now. The onus of this play is on Nava and Random Shy's shoulders, but they do extremely well playing around each other. They find a clear, steal some boost, and now limit SDSU's ability to get right back to playing offense, but it doesn't matter. That probably should have connected. AZAP, I guess, didn't have enough boost to receive that pass from Aquino. So 5 stars. He'll try to clear the zone, but it's on his lonesome. Still hits the ball center, and all 3 orange cars jumping for it. SDSU have gained more time in that UTA zone.
5 stars will go all the way back for a full tank of boost there in 90 seconds. Through overtime, a pass opportunity. It's burned by AZAP, put challenge there by a defender. SDSU's going to break the press here. MrBepic that they haven't yet go forward. A horrible touch in midfield gives SDSU some grace. 2
horrible touches. Caribou not making a whole lot of contact, and then Random Shy accidentally chipping the ball instead of catching it on his front hood, giving it to Nava. So SDSU a chance to win it now. AZAP will do just that. He was robbed of a game winner in game 3, or at least a highlight reel play to send us to overtime. And here at OT, he gets his. We keep playing.
That's the second double of the night, too. He's hit one all the way back in game 2 as well to kick off the scoring there. He finally sees himself a game victory in this series. It's just the start of something special.
It's a long road to something special here for SDSU, but hey, it could be. Let's see what kind of mettle they've got, what kind of resiliency they can show if they can reverse sweep UT Arlington. It would be an all-time Tuesday Night Lights series, an all-time Tuesday Night Lights broadcast, honestly. 3 Game 7s and a Game 6 previously. I mean, that would be something. And hey, the Aztecs, they got the first step down.
Post-game, I'd love to know what happened at the end of Game 3. What both teams are thinking, no matter who wins the series. On that last effort play, we saw 2 0-second attempts. Both come through. I think that's an opportunity to kind of get to know what the thought process was. At Game 5 here, MrBepic, SDSU, they finally get themselves a win after a 1-0 shutout. But how long can you keep UT Arlington scoreless?
Well, UT has been getting a bit more shaky in offense. I don't know if it's a losing focus thing, but poor touches in the midfield and in the offensive zone, and double commits as well like that. It's just weird. I'm not sure what's going on. They are on Central Time. It's almost 10 p.m. Maybe they got, they got a couple old men on the field, so perhaps that's got something to do with it. But Caribou's just missed again, and it's up to the old man, Nava, the midfield line, to keep UTA playing offense.
4:13 to go, almost 7:45 PST time for San Diego State, all the way back in San Diego, California. And 4 minutes left here to go. MrBepic in Game 5. SDSU, another great start. The offense not quite seeing the success they should be seeing, but I like the changes in the adaptations we've seen since Game 3 has come to a close, where SDSU's finally seem like they've got some rhythm, but that's an early goal by makes me eat my words. 1-0 UT Arlington. Here come the offense.
I mean, they had rhythm, but the ultimate rhythm breaker is losing control of the challenge game. And consistently, in the last 45 seconds or so, SDSU was getting out-50'd by UT Arlington players in the midfield third. And right there, eventually, it caught out the defense. They just weren't ready for a bounce or how the 50 was lost. And in that moment, that's a product of just not winning challenges. So, 1-0 UT Arlington, they grind their way to first blood.
3.5 to go in game 5. The first goal, now 3 for 4 in this series so far. Is, again, a lot of clock left in SDSU. I mean, they saw, a deficit a lot of this series. They've clawed back in a lot of moments, but we've also seen some lackluster moments where they started the claw back and then things went south again. So if they can hold strong for the next 3 minutes, maybe see themselves 1 goal and find a way to win in overtime maybe, or 2 goals late down the stretch. We'll see what happens. But AZAP has got to continue to help this offense come alive.
5 stars on the ball here, taking over from Kenio. Nava and Randomshy again in defense, combined for a clear. Doing nicely to play around each other on the near side. But still just a 1-goal lead for UT Arlington. And outside of that goal, they really haven't had too many shots directly on target. And while it's been a largely sidelines and corner game 5 here? Yeah, game 5 here. I forgot for a moment. That 1-goal lead of theirs really isn't safe. I think SDSU can find chances out of nowhere, and that was nearly one of them, but now let us pick up a save on the goal line.
2:20 to play just after the halfway mark here in game 5, and SDSU gonna need 1 in the second half here minimum to even things up and send themselves to an overtime situation for a 3rd time tonight, as 5 stars completely off the post there and out of harm's way. 2-minute warning in game 5. SDSU still looking for a chance, and AZAP gets it started.
I love that on Director Cam. We just came flying out of nowhere. And that's a great challenge by 5 stars to put that ball in an awkward position for Randomshy to read, but AZAP with some degree of speed right there, in and out like lightning. With 2 minutes left now, he ties San Diego State up with UTA here.
The demo play there's a that was close for him. It's good. That was almost blocked. 154. You gotta have that if you're SDSU when they get it.
Oh, I was concerned, like an inch higher, and that probably stays out with enough time for Nava to get back and clear the goal line. But Akinio did enough to give SDSU the lead here, and okay, they stormed from behind. I mean, they were putting good pressure on the Mavericks' backline this entire game, but finally, San Diego State find a way to just get a good last touch in their offensive possessions.
Absolutely, and I think, if Akinio had missed that, it's been the story of the night for SDSU so far. And they get a bump play there. This one's just going to be wide. AZAP will finish it 3-1, a 3-0 run for the Aztec offense.
That's another opportunity for SDSU that if it's an inch off where it needs to be, it's probably not a goal, because AZAP didn't have much time to shoot that, and if it goes an inch more to the right, bounces off the backboard, I don't think he's able to turn it in. And with the longer hitbox of the Centio, maybe he's able to contort his car to score it, but it's not an easy shot like the bounce off the post was. So SDSU is playing with fine margins at the moment, and here again, UT Arlington, close chance for them, but it's not really any kind of scary look on target.
SDSU's woken up, it feels like, here to close out game 5. AZAP came alive. Akinio made a goal happen off the kickoff. And last minute to go here. Demo on the far side. AZAP quick 1-on-2 for the solo play himself. And 5 stars almost a chance to slot something on target there. And last minute, Bepic, UT Arlington need 2.
Well, there's one. Demo on the goal line. It clears away for Randomshy, and they'll put the first of the 2 necessary to get back in game 5 in. And that's just clean. Quick transition out of the Mavericks, and a nice finishing touch from Randomshy.
Well, the Mavericks back within 1. 50 seconds left. Now plenty of time to work with for UT Arlington.
Kickoff 1 as well. Caribou's got full boost, and a suboptimal bounce, but a teammate downfield. Though AZAP knew Randomshy was in the area and that he had to intercept that ball quickly, though couldn't win the subsequent challenge in the corner. So UT Arlington's got some room now in offense. San Diego State do a very good job clearing.
30 seconds. The Aztec offense just hold off a little bit longer from the pressure here. 20 to go. They've got a chance downfield here. 5 Stars in trouble with no boost. Aquino left alive. ASAP will make the clear out towards Aquino. 15 to go on the clock here in seconds. Bepic, and maybe one last effort inbound for the Mavericks.
Azap is in a dangerous spot. He almost got beat over the top, but if that shot's on target, it might be in. Either way, won't dwell on it because Carey's got the ball on 0 seconds and is shut down by Aquino. SDSU have their second consecutive game win, and my girlfriend gets off work at 10 p.m. I'm supposed to pick her up. I might be late.
That would not be good for you, but it's good for the content here, as SDSU's had a pretty solid last 10 minutes of play here, or I guess maybe 11, 12 minutes from overtime the last game. So, but again, good game, 4 and 5. Still a long way to go from a reverse sweep, but they've got the last 2 pretty set in stone, pretty good.
And they're keeping the same amount of shots on target that they were getting at the start of the series, but they're finally capitalizing on chances some more. I mean, they're doing the little bit of extra work offensively, San Diego State is, to put the ball over the line and get themselves the goals they need to beat UT Arlington. The extra bump, the extra demo, the extra little touch by the first man. And hey, their defense has stepped up as well, but UTA, now it's their turn. They've got to step up because their offense has been limited the last couple of games. That has to change now, otherwise we could see Game 7 here.
A quick save in the corner here, and as the Aztec offense, I mean, it's not been super great, but it's been good enough to get the job done so far. I wouldn't use great. I would use good, but not great. But it's gotten the job done, which is important. And ASAP gonna go crazy here off the backboard, almost saw himself some time and space to work with in the air, but it does nothing for the Aztec offense so far. But a good early look.
Ooh, 5 stars. I don't know why he's given so much control in this play. He'll just keep going, acting like it's a ones game. Just corner challenge, take it across the box, corner challenge, take it across the box, and eventually UT Arlington caught on, and they will clear. It's a shot as well, but of course 5 stars is there. Big save on the goal line, and he's really have a standout performance these last couple of games.
He's got a stand-up performance all night long. I mean, even in the losses, he's done a lot of clipping and highlight reel moments that were almost absurd in a couple of those games that were seconds away from being absolutely crazy. But 90 seconds off the clock, another 0-0 game after the first couple minutes here.
Well, ASAP, a game changer at times alongside 5 stars. Will be slowed to a halt. No boost in hand. Rotate out. Watching his 5 stars and Aquino step up to keep possession on the SDSU side. But 5 stars turning around, was looking for ASAP center, I think, though. He couldn't get through the first oncoming orange car, and with 2 minutes into game 6, no one has broken that goal-scoring silence.
3 minutes to go here in Nava. From midfield, 30 boots going to go high, eyeing a double, couldn't get to it in time. ASAP will take it, walk it out towards corner, 1-on-1, the freshman, no good. He's able to stop that one in time. Halftime closing in. 8-6, still out at 0.
That's how these last couple of games have gone. Really low-scoring affairs until all of a sudden they're not, and the first halves have felt like feeling out periods. If it's a game 1, we'd absolutely call it that, but both sides are just kind of playing standard rotation. A lot of solo plays, a lot of midfield challenges, waiting for that one big mistake or that one pop-off moment, that one passing play to develop, and I mean, they're fine, it seems like, biding their time and playing relatively boring Rocket League.
SDSU take it though.
Oh yeah.
I feel like you gotta take that for SDSU, no matter how boring the game might look to in terms of, content-wise or trying to see exciting things. But SDSU, they've not broken.
Ooh, well, 5 stars. Trying to remedy an initial save there. UT Arlington, phenomenal initial block, and then incredible secondary save as well as 5 stars. Of all the unexpected shots to put on target, that was probably one of the most unexpected tries. But even that, stopped by the defenses that have been on another level these last couple of games.
90 seconds left. Nava out of boost, gonna look for a bump. The defender completely misses on the goal line. 125. Nava the first.
And that is the shot that scores. I guess AZAP had to try and dodge the bump, and as a result of that, flew wide of the ball, and it looked like he just misread it completely, but I don't think that can be the case if this is the same Alex Zapatos we're talking about. But no harm done. San Diego State a chance here off kickoff, and they actually won't find the equalizer. Caribou, another huge save.
Look, reset for AZAP, goes under the shot, will be good from the corner, 1-1. One's across the scoreboard, too. 1:11 on the clock to play. We got a 1-1 game.
And now, no harm was done after conceding the opener. San Diego State get right back to it, and UT Arlington, as good a defense as they have shown through Game 6, there is just no stopping that. This one's across the board here in Game 6. Let's see who steps up in the business end of our final series of Tuesday Night Lights 1.
I think we're going to go to Game 7. AZAP scored a major number, so the great grace is going to favor them moving forward here. But last minute to go. Can SDSU come up clutch?
5 stars has to do it defensively now, and does well to buy time for Aquino, at least putting that ball in a more, or in an easier position for him to read. And now Aquino's upfield, looking to clear a path, but it's been bested. Random Shy contesting AZAP, preventing immediate control, but AZAP eventually gains it, though. Nava going backboard. Won't be allowed to double tap this one. 5 stars collects and clears.
30 seconds to go here. Caribou fires. AZAP off the save, keeps this game tied. Last ditch effort attempt here for Aquino. Can the senior captain get it done for the Aztec offense on the time with 15 to go? MrBepic, this one's going to sail way wide. As the UT Arlington looks like they're on the last possession.
Wes, 5 stars, tries to win it right here. Pass across. Aquino, top shelf shot denied by Caribou. Save your medal for him. The follow-up is denied as well. And now Caribou's upfield. Redirection on target. He wins it. What a shot. Caribou confirms the win for his Mavericks. And that's some way to conclude Tuesday Night Lights.
My goodness, what a shot there from midfield. The redirect sets up the Mavericks for a 4-2 victory over San Diego State. What a finish.
What a finish indeed. That is an all-timer. Of all the show matches I've hosted, I have never seen a goal like that to win a series. Maybe a goal like that, period. Caribou with 2 0-second goals to give UT Arlington half of their game wins in a best-of-7. That is absurd. I had better see Caribou agree to the post-match interview and describe what he was feeling on 0 seconds.
It's just wild stuff. I mean, we saw a couple of 0-second plays throughout the course of the series. I mean, AZAP technically almost had one, and then Caribou made him pay for it with a 0-second goal to win that game. What could have happened in the series had that not happened? I mean, so many crazy moments in the series, so many crazy goals. AZAP had a couple of highlight reels. I mean, couldn't have asked for a better series.
You could not have. That was a lot of fun. Even with UT Arlington jumping up to a 3-0 lead to start things off, San Diego State made it a competitive affair, and I'm waiting to hear from Caribou, because he's got to talk us through one of the greatest game winners I've actually ever seen as a caster, ever. I am asking him game chat now. I'm still in a bit of awe. That was incredible, nation. UT Arlington, big win. I mean, they bowed out top 64 in the CCS Nationals in the fall. They've got a tough road ahead of them to do better in the spring, but hey, it's a good start.
I feel like they come into this spring with a chip on their shoulder in CCS, trying to right the wrongs of last season. They show out a good series at SCSU, another top 16 roster that's still a deep run. But again, we talk about SCSU. They can't get beyond the first couple rounds. They've been upset now twice in the tournament. Yeah. They just can't seem to get it done in the postseason, and that's going to always be a chip on their shoulder. You know, now Aquino, his final semester at SCSU, he's a senior, so he's got a lot to play for now moving forward. He's in his last season or two in the summer.
Big spring to step up, and Caribou has agreed to the interview. So I'm going to tell him to pop into a VC, and we'll get to hear from the man, the myth, the legend himself. But in the meantime, shout out to me for the raid Much appreciated. Unfortunately, you guys are coming in at the end of the show. I highly recommend going back and at least looking at the Game 6 winner that UT Arlington just scored. Caribou hit a midfield redirection to win on 0 seconds. And we're about to hear from Caribou himself, but he has... Gotta jump into a voice channel first, and Nation, I'll brief you since I don't brief my casters. I've been running behind tonight. I'll ask Caribou a quick question, then you feel free to ask away, and then after that I will I'll close things out from there. But I don't even know what to ask you now.
Looks like he's on the call now.
Okay, sweet. Oh, he popped in the green room. All right. Caribou, you're muted, so make sure you unmute. But, all right.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Well, welcome in. How you feeling after that game winner?
My heart is still through the roof right now. I jumped out of my seat, like, almost broke the school headset, I can't lie. And we just shouted and shouted until our voices almost were gone. But that was a great game. I will be remembering that for the rest of my life. Absolutely.
That was class. Wonderful way to end it. I mean, UTA's got a lot to prove this spring semester. How about that for a front foot forward? You guys are looking solid. So how you feeling going into the spring split?
Yeah, I mean, we were feeling better than we were going into the fall because we actually kind of felt like we did better than we thought, but still had more to prove. And this semester, we were going to grind as hard as we can and get, our goal is about top 16 finish at least once and see if that happens.
Right on.
All I gotta ask you, Caribou, is back in Game 3, we saw the AZAP play come through, and then you saw the 0-second goal get the win. And in that moment, what were you thinking after the AZAP goal? Now, what are you gonna do on 0 seconds to make a play? And then you obviously had free space. You gave AZAP a lot of space, and he made you pay for it. Then you got a lot of space, and you made the SSU defense pay for it, and saw the game winner. But in that second, what went through your mind?
It's funny because basically the reason we gave him so much space was my play call, and it was obviously the wrong play call. So I made the mistake to give them the equalizer, and then I saw the ball coming at me off kickoff, and I was like, I have to redeem myself on this one. There was no way that ball was going to a teammate, and I was able to shoot it in. I was very happy. But I think both 0-0s, I didn't know they were in until it said on the screen, because they were both bar in, post in. But
I mean, ASAP was dealing all series long, and you had a couple of huge responses, and you shot the game winner there on 0 seconds in Game 6, and you were clutch. I mean, all night long. And I guess another question for me is, going into CCS this spring, you guys exited top 64. I mean, we saw the tournament, things went wrong, but I think this semester you guys are going to make a deeper run, hopefully, and you guys are a good team. But what are your expectations now going into your second season of CCS?
Well, we will be playing with Nava this semester. So we're expecting that we have to win our division, or our conference, sorry. Must bring home that conference championship, and then I don't know if we have a goal yet, but we just want to have a good showing at CCS. If we made top 8, top 4, I think I'd be happy with that. Give somebody a run for their money at the very least, whoever we might fall out to, or anything's possible. We could win it all.
Right, you definitely could. I mean, the tournament's unforgiving. It's single limb, so anything can happen, as we've seen in the past. And best of luck moving forward. I'm excited to see you guys play this spring.
Thank you.
All right, dude. I don't really have any more questions for you. I am genuinely still shocked at the 0 second goal. That I will tell you, I've casted a lot of Rocket League, like a couple thousand hours of Rocket League. That is probably the best series winner I've ever seen. So congratulations on that front. And I know we're gonna see it in a top 8 of a CRL Open next, right?
Absolutely. That would be insane. That would be insane.
Well, I guess my last question for you is, what are your expectations for this spring? I mean, you guys are playing in a number of leagues. Hopefully we get you in the SEL as well. So a lot to prove across the board. Texas is a stacked state when it comes to Collegiate Rocket League, and I'm curious how you guys take the next step in your evolution as a roster, because UTA is a storied name in CRL, and I would love to see you guys get right back up to the top.
Yeah, I think our goal this semester is to give it our all. I know that, life sometimes makes playing the game 100 hours a week hard, but we're going to be grinding, scrimming as much as we can. I know Random has been just through the roof on improvement, and we are going to put that with also working as a team as much as we can, and yeah, give it our best shot for sure. This is pretty much it for us this spring.
Wow.
So.
All right. Hey, best of luck, Caribou. Dude, thanks for playing tonight. I was joking. My girlfriend gets off work at around this time, and I have to go pick her up now. So thank you for closing that series out.
You're welcome. I thought I was giving you a quick sweep. Yeah. But obviously, SDSU is a great team, and I appreciate the invite a lot.
Of course. I'm sure you guys will return for more show matches. But go celebrate the win. Wear off the shock.
Yes,
and you'll have a tough time sleeping tonight after all that adrenaline.
Absolutely.
But congrats, Caribou.
Thank you.
All right. Caribou, captain of UT Arlington, and the recipient of one of the greatest game winners I've ever seen. Nation, final thoughts before we close the stream out.
I mean, what a night. I mean, I've watched a good bit of the series before this, and what a way to close the night with SCSU and UT Arlington. We saw SCSU have a late surge into an reverse sweep attempt that turned out to not be destined for that roster, as Caribou put on the game-sealing goal on 0 seconds and took away a chance at overtime in Game 7 for the Aztecs. But what a night. It was a lot of fun. I appreciate the invite.
All right. Well, that's the conclusion of Tuesday Night Lights #1, first one of 2025. If you loved what you saw tonight, don't know why you wouldn't have. Yeah, we do this every week, every Tuesday, same time, same place. So I will be seeing you all here again. I appreciate all the love tonight, Pyro J, and Toomey with the raids, all the follows as well, all the casters that join me, the players for playing. Thank you all so much for helping make Tuesday Night Lights what it is. I have been MrBepic. I'm going to raid Miss Macho TV, so make sure you continue the raid train over to her Rocket League stream. But that's it for TNL. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next week.